Coming up now on UK Student News Network Live at 4, President Obama's approval rating is now up to 55%.
Donald Trump is making some desperate moves to try and tighten up the presidential race.
With a new 24-hour shelter, Lexington is helping the homeless people gear up for the winter ahead.
And I'll have the story on what the Cats are doing to prepare to go bowling. UK Student News Network Live at 4 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Tyler Holman.
And I'm Tim Layton. We begin the night with news about President Obama. The president has more than 2 months left in office, but his approval ratings are higher than ever. A recent poll says 54% of Americans believe things are going well in this country. His approval ratings now outlast Ronald Reagan's 51% approval rating at this time in 1988 and is nearly on par with Bill Clinton's 57% rating in October of 2000. Back in July, Obama's approval ratings were only 46%. Premium rises for Obamacare have had an impact on Donald Trump's campaign. It was announced on Monday that premiums for a mid-level plan will rise 25% in 2017 in 39 states. Higher premiums will mean higher costs for taxpayers. This change offers a new weapons for Donald Trump's campaign.
What this does illustrate is that in some states, Republican politicians have been reasonably successful in sabotaging the effective implementation of the Affordable Care Act.
Donald Trump has gained some firepower in key swing states from President Obama as the election approaches. Double-digit premium hikes for those Obamacare are set to rise an average of 25% in 2017 in the 39 states that use the federalhealthcare.gov. The popular Silver Plan will rise 116% in Arizona and 53% in Pennsylvania. Still, in the states being hit hard by these price increases, polls show Clinton still with a slight lead over Trump.
In North Carolina, we're down to one insurance company that is providing Obamacare. We need to make this fix, put a safety net in place, gut the whole system, and come back with patient-centered health care.
With the GOP nominee Donald Trump behind in the election polls, he has still found his way to Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. The Trump International Hotel ribbon-cutting ceremony was last night, and Trump referred to it as, quote, the most coveted piece of real estate in Washington, D.C. Trump turned the ribbon-cutting ceremony into a final push for action for his voters. He said that this was under budget and ahead of schedule. Trump also went on to say that the renovation of the hotel was, quote, what I want to do for the country, end quote. After the ceremony, Trump hit the battleground state of Ohio to try to close the gap in on Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton's campaign is under a new pressure because of the apparent leaked emails from WikiLeaks. That raises more questions about payments that were made to the Clinton Foundation. Reports reveal Bill Clinton required huge speaking fees for years when he was in office.
I think at the end of the day, there's no news here. I think the fact that the President of the United States, former President of the United States, made speeches, continues to make speeches, it's not like it's shocking that a former president has become wealthy after their presidency ends.
First Lady Michelle Obama will join Hillary Clinton on the campaign trail today in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This marks the first time that the two will join forces at an early voting rally. The First Lady has been one of Clinton's most popular supporters. Aides report that she will end her closing argument focusing on Clinton's qualifications and vision.
Polling is not an exact science, but it tells you half the country thinks we're not doing well, half the country thinks we are doing well. I think when you look at the polling today between Clinton and Trump, it reflects that. If you think the country's doing great, you want basically a third term of Barack Obama, you vote for Hillary Clinton. If you don't think the country's doing great, you want change, you vote for Donald Trump. This is a status quo versus change election.
Over the last week, state polls have fluctuated and showed flashes of tightening, but Hillary Clinton still holds the lead. Hillary's lead over Donald Trump has yielded a 47% to 38% lead over the GOP nominee. Trump has made a push in the Sunshine State and taken a 2-point lead over Clinton in a Florida survey taken Wednesday. Trump is visiting the battleground state of Ohio today, while Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama are having an early voting rally in North Carolina.
My confidence is he gets to 269 and this race gets tossed into the House of Representatives where he does win. It comes down to Ohio, North Carolina, Florida are a must.
Early voting for the presidential election began in North Carolina and Florida on Tuesday. Reports say that almost 1.6 million votes have been cast in Florida. As of now, Clinton is leading Trump in Florida. Texas has began their early voting as well, and Trump narrowly leads by 3 points.
Probably more compelling even than that is my 15-year-old daughter. You want her dad to endorse this person and the way they're behaving to become the president of the United States of America? I can't do that with my 15-year-old daughter, so why should I do that with the rest of Utah? I just couldn't do it.
Earlier this month, Chaffetz said he could not vote for the Republican nominee because of the offensive comments he has made. Well, now he's had a change of heart. In a tweet Wednesday night, he said that he is voting for Trump after all because, quote, Hillary is just that bad, end quote. With the cold weather rapidly approaching in Lexington, is making a difference to add a 24-hour homeless shelter to help those in need. Our own Madison Jacobs tells us what Lexington has in store.
City officials announced Monday that the 2 homeless shelters serving the Lexington homeless will merge to provide a 24-hour homeless shelter. The Catholic Action Center, the day shelter, and the Community Inn, the nightly shelter, will be relocated to the Kentucky Career Center on Industry Road. Nonprofit Divine Providence, Inc., the organization that runs the 2 shelters, purchased the building on Industry Road from the city for $550,000. This deal has been working for over 4 years and arose out of legal disputes between the city and the homeless shelter.
The best option was for us to work together to seek a solution that was best for both parties, and most importantly, a solution that was best for the people who are homeless in our community.
Divine Providence, Inc. and the city's goal is to consolidate all shelters and social services into one place. The new 24-hour shelter provides more opportunity because of its size and location. The distance between the day shelter and the night shelter is a little over a mile.
They had to get up in the morning and walk somewhere. Well, if you think about snow and rain and cold, like that's a really unpleasant existence, to say the least.
With the location being right on the bus line, it will help the homeless get around during the fall and winter seasons, when temperatures can be unbearable. The move is expected to take about 4 months. The city will keep both locations open and running until the project on Industry Road is complete.
I think this is a win for everyone involved.
While the move is expected to take around 4 months, both the day shelter and the night shelter will stay open until the new shelter is finished.
All right, and the Wildcat football team has a huge opportunity this weekend. A win could put them in first place. Chase Shire will preview the big game coming up in sports.